What's up, guys? Matt Brown from the LSR Podcast. Thanks for joining me and Dustin and Adam right here on the channel each and every week. And while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd like us to tackle in a future episode. But without further ado, well, if we're kind of taking a little bit of a downer there, Adam, with Michigan, maybe there's a little bit of an up right here with Tennessee. We did get some news coming out of that state as to when we can actually expect them to be online.
No later than November 1st, Matt, we can expect that Tennessee, a state that we've been waiting for quite a while, is going to launch one of the more interesting markets in the country, which is going to be online only within the next 2+ months. Could be sooner than that, although it does seem that Tennessee is going to try to put everybody at the starting line at the same time and not start sports betting operations on a rolling basis, get all the applicants in at once and then start them up at the same time within NFL season. Obviously, potentially going to miss some opportunities earlier on in the season. But, you know, Tennessee has some challenges. A 20% tax rate is among the higher ones in the nation. We have discussed quite often the minimum hold requirement, essentially capping payouts by sportsbooks that does not seem to have a lot of applicability to sports betting, an idea that comes out of the lottery world that could potentially cost the state millions of dollars, but that appears to be moving forward. But what'll be really interesting is to see what happens when you have no signups in person to talk about. No one gets the advantage from having a physical casino. This is going to be based on who already has a database. Obviously, DraftKings and FanDuel from DFS start a little bit ahead of the crowd there. And then who has the ability to market their product in, you know, a state that has a couple of professional sports teams and obviously a pretty good following for college as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested in this market as well. But Dustin, I mean, at the end of the day, with the current rules that are in place, I mean, we were wondering whether people were going to be interested in Pennsylvania. They were interested in Pennsylvania. However, Tennessee does not have the population that Pennsylvania has, doesn't have the proximity to other massive states and stuff like Pennsylvania does. So do you expect any of these guys to kind of sit this one out, if you will?
Man, I don't think anybody's going to, but I'll also say just, you know, chatter. I mean, everybody's been way more excited about everything else going on. Like, everybody pushed the pedal on when there was a little sliver of sunlight in Illinois to get remote registration done. Like, everybody was like dropping everything they were doing to get into Illinois, right? I mean, everybody just expects to get into Tennessee. There's no barrier to entry in terms of licensing, like Adam said, but I don't think anyone's going to sit out, but at the same time, it's sub-ideal. Yeah, we do. You're right. We have the example of Pennsylvania where we thought, oh, well, everything's so high. Maybe people won't be in the market, but it would have to be just so bad for people not to try it. So I think you expect to see all the major players there. You know, how this hold requirement is ultimately handled and exactly how it is imposed upon the operators, I think that will be a big part of it. But the smart money says they'll get it figured out to a point where everybody can be at least live with how it's going to happen, and everybody will get into Tennessee with, you know, maybe not right at launch, but pretty soon after, like Adam said, with an even starting line.
Guys, as a reminder, the full version of this podcast can be found over at legalsportsreport.com, as can the written breakdown of every topic we talk about on the show each and every week. Thanks for watching.